AI Finance Daily, where artificial intelligence meets your money. Here's something worth your next 5 minutes. Why ASML is the most important AI company most investors have never heard of. Consider this number. One company controls approximately 90% of the market for the most advanced semiconductor manufacturing equipment. That company isn't in Silicon Valley. It's not even in Asia. It's ASML, headquartered in a small Dutch town called Veldhoven. What ASML does is nothing short of miraculous. Their extreme ultraviolet EUV lithography machines can print circuits just a few atoms wide. Each machine costs roughly $200 million and requires 40 shipping containers to transport. This isn't just impressive engineering. It's the bottleneck that controls the entire advanced chip industry. Think about it this way. Every advanced chip that powers AI applications, whether it's in NVIDIA's data centers or Apple's phones, needs to be manufactured using ASML's equipment. There is no alternative. No other company has managed to master EUV technology at scale. The numbers tell a compelling story. While NVIDIA's gross margins reached approximately 70% in recent quarters, ASML has maintained margins around 50% with far less competition. Their order backlog, as of late 2023, stood at roughly 35 billion euros. And here's the kicker. As AI drives demand for more advanced chips, ASML's equipment becomes even more critical. But what makes this story particularly interesting is how ASML built this position. It wasn't through typical Silicon Valley disruption. Instead, they spent decades solving seemingly impossible physics problems, developing machines that can control light with atomic precision. They've created what Warren Buffett would recognize as perhaps the widest moat in technology. The market is starting to recognize this. ASML's stock has seen significant appreciation, trading around $300 per share at the time of recording. But what's fascinating is how many investors still underestimate their strategic position. Every major semiconductor manufacturer, TSMC, Samsung, Intel, depends on ASML's machines to compete in advanced chip production. Looking ahead, there are 3 key factors that could drive ASML's value higher. First, the exponential growth in AI computing demands increasingly sophisticated chips. Second, governments worldwide are pushing for domestic semiconductor manufacturing, creating new customers. Third, the technical complexity of chip manufacturing is increasing, making ASML's equipment even more essential. Of course, there are risks. Geopolitical tensions could disrupt ASML's ability to sell to certain markets. Competition could eventually emerge, though the technical barriers are enormous. And semiconductor demand can be cyclical, affecting equipment orders. But here's what makes ASML particularly interesting. They're not just riding the AI wave, they're enabling it. Without their machines, the computational demands of modern AI would be impossible to meet. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful players in a technological revolution aren't the most visible ones. For investors and analysts following the AI space, understanding ASML's role is crucial. These observations are based on publicly available information and historical data. Always conduct your own research and due diligence. Remember, this analysis is meant to educate, not to provide specific investment advice. The semiconductor industry's complexity demands careful study before making any financial decisions. That's AI Finance Daily for today. If this made you see something differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's a good time. See you next episode.